Sometimes life feels like a road full of forks, and the feeling of being lost can be overwhelming. Have you ever found yourself in a moment where you need to make an important decision, but you're uncertain about which path to take? It's like being at a crossroads, surrounded by signs that don't make sense, and the pressure to choose the right direction becomes almost unbearable. These dilemmas are more common than we think. Whether it's choosing a career, navigating relationships, or even dealing with personal issues, we all face moments when uncertainty wraps around us. And it is precisely in these times that the search for direction becomes crucial. Have you ever stopped to reflect on how you can find guidance in the difficult situations of life? Today's theme invites us to look within and seek the wisdom that often eludes us. The belief that there is a greater direction guiding us can bring comfort and clarity. As we explore this path together, let's discover how we can open our hearts for divine revelation to show us the way forward. No matter how confusing or challenging the situation seems, there is always a purpose in every step we take. Let's embark on this journey together in search of answers and direction. When we find ourselves in moments of uncertainty, a biblical passage that can offer us comfort and guidance is found in Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 and 6. In it, we are reminded of the importance of genuine trust. This trust is not just an attitude of faith, but a conscious surrender, recognizing that often we do not have control over everything around us. The passage says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He will make your paths straight." This message invites us to set aside the need to understand everything and to open ourselves to the possibility that there is a greater plan at work. Instead of getting lost in analysis and insecurities, we are called to trust and recognize the presence of something greater guiding us. Today, we face a multitude of decisions that can leave us feeling confused. Whether it's choosing a new job, seeking meaningful relationships, or even making small daily decisions, we often feel overwhelmed. However, this passage teaches us that surrender is not a sign of weakness, but a demonstration of faith. By acknowledging that we don't need to have all the answers, we can find relief. When we trust, we make space for divine wisdom to guide us. This doesn't mean that difficulties will disappear, but that we will have the strength and clarity needed to face each challenge. Thus, as we make decisions, may we remember this vital principle. Surrender and trust are the first steps toward following the right direction. With each decision, let us be encouraged to ask, am I fully trusting this choice? It is in this space of trust that we find true direction and clarity. Life is full of uncertainties, and we often find ourselves in situations that challenge us to trust. A fundamental principle we can adopt is one of surrender and trust. Surrendering does not mean giving up or abandoning our dreams. On the contrary, it is a conscious act of accepting that something greater is guiding us. When we surrender our worries and decisions, we open ourselves to wisdom manifesting in unexpected ways. A practical example of this surrender can be found in our daily routines. Think of moments when you feel anxious about the future, like a job interview or a decision in a relationship. Instead of letting fear take over, you can take some time to reflect and pray. This pause not only brings clarity, but also allows you to tune into your mind and heart. By doing this, you connect to a source of wisdom that goes beyond your understanding. Another application can be seen in how we deal with difficulties. Instead of sinking into doubts, we can choose to trust that each challenge brings with it a valuable lesson. For example, if you are going through a career transition, it might be an opportune time to explore new skills or interests. By focusing not just on the outcome, but on the journey of learning, you allow yourself to grow and adapt, aligning with what may be the right path for you. Thus, by embracing trust and surrender, you become an active participant in your own life. This does not eliminate challenges, but changes how you face them. By recognizing that you are not alone on this journey, you can experience the peace that comes from knowing that, even in uncertainty, there is a purpose being revealed. May we always strive for this surrender, allowing direction to become clear as we move forward. One of the most powerful stories that teaches us about trust and direction is the crossing of the Red Sea, narrated in the book of Exodus, chapter 14, verses 13 to 22. Imagine yourself in the place of the people of Israel, surrounded by the sea in front of you and the Egyptian army behind you. Fear and uncertainty are palpable, and the voices of doubt echo. Why did we come here? Would we be better off as slaves? However, Moses, guided by faith, says, "Do not be afraid. Stand firm and see the salvation of the Lord." God's response is surprising. He does not immediately remove the difficult situation, but instructs Moses to raise his staff and stretch his hand over the sea. Sometimes in our lives, the solution does not come from eliminating the problem, but from the courage to act in the midst of fear. The sea opens up and the people walk on dry land, a scene that teaches us about the importance of following divine direction, even when everything seems uncertain. This story reminds us that we often find ourselves in moments of crossing, facing turbulent seas and daunting challenges. Just like the people of Israel, we are invited to take a step of faith, to trust that there is a path ahead, even if we cannot see it clearly. The crossing of the Red Sea teaches us that each challenge can be an opportunity for growth and liberation. When facing our own crossroads, may we have the courage to move forward, even when the way seems impossible. When we feel cornered, let us remember that faith allows us to see beyond our limitations. By trusting and following the direction given to us, we may discover that the path has already been prepared for us. With each step, we are invited to ask, "Am I willing to trust the direction that has been shown to me?" At one point in my life, I found myself at a crossroads that seemed insurmountable. It was a transitional phase where the choice of a new job became a weight on my shoulders. Doubts surrounded me, and I recalled sleepless nights thinking, what if I'm not good enough? What if everything goes wrong? The pressure was intense, and the feeling of being lost prevailed. Each time I looked at job openings, a knot in my throat reminded me of the uncertainty of the future. One afternoon, while walking to clear my mind, I decided to stop at a park. I sat on a bench and watched the leaves swaying in the wind. It was in that moment that a phrase surfaced in my mind: trust in the direction that is being shown. I closed my eyes and took a deep breath, allowing the anxiety to dissipate. With each breath, I began to realize that fear was just a shadow and that there was a light that could guide me. I remembered the passage I had read earlier and how faith could be my guide. I thought, if I do not trust, I will never know what path I could have taken. I decided to surrender, not to despair, but to the possibility that even amidst uncertainties, there was a greater plan in action. When I finally received a job offer that seemed aligned with my dreams, joy and peace filled my heart. The lesson I took from that experience was clear. Surrender is an act of courage. Now, whenever I face a difficult decision, I remember that afternoon in the park. Life can surprise us in ways we never imagined, and trust can be the key to opening doors that once seemed closed. It is essential to remember that each step we take, even when uncertain, can lead us to the realization of our true purposes. This surrender brings clarity and invites us to trust in the journey. May we always seek this courage in our own crossroads. I invite you to a moment of reflection. If you can, close your eyes and take a deep breath. Imagine yourself standing at a crossroads with several paths ahead of you. Each one represents a decision you need to make. Ask yourself, what direction do I feel I should take? Allow this question to resonate in your heart. Now think about the fears that may be holding you back. What are the internal voices telling you that you are not capable? Visualize these voices as dark clouds that begin to dissipate, giving way to clarity. Remember that trusting in the direction being shown is an act of courage. By opening your heart, you can allow wisdom to come to the surface. Acknowledge that each step, even if uncertain, is part of your journey. Are you ready to move forward? Lord, at this moment, I come before you with an open and sincere heart. I recognize that many times I let myself be led by doubt and fear. I confess that in times of uncertainty, I have hesitated to trust in the direction you show me. The internal voices that say I am not capable have held me back from moving forward. Today, I surrender these uncertainties to you, asking for your help to silence these doubts and to hear your voice. May I understand that even amidst confusion, there is a greater purpose guiding me. I am grateful for every step I have taken and for every lesson learned, even those that came with difficulties. I appreciate the doors that opened and the opportunities that arose, often when I least expected them. Help me to remember that each challenge is an opportunity to grow and learn. May I be thankful for the path I am walking, even when I cannot see the road ahead. I want to recognize your presence in every moment, I ask, Lord, that you grant me clarity in the decisions I need to make. May your wisdom illuminate my path, and may I have the courage to follow the direction shown to me. Help me to trust fully, even when the way seems uncertain. May I find peace in surrender and in the assurance that you are with me every step of the way. Today I offer my life and my worries to you, asking that you guide and strengthen me. May I be open to receiving your direction and move forward in faith. May every choice I make align with your purpose. I am thankful for your constant presence and for reminding me that I am never alone. Amen. Throughout this video, we explore the importance of trusting the direction shown to us, even in moments of uncertainty. We learn that surrender is an act of courage that allows us to make space for wisdom and clarity. Every challenge we face can be an opportunity to grow and align with our true purpose. May you always remember that even when the path seems dark, there is a greater plan in action. Move forward with faith and courage, knowing that you are never alone on this journey. If you felt inspired today, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and share this video with someone who also needs encouragement. In the comments, let us know, what direction do you feel you should follow at this moment? We are here to support each other on this journey.